Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the VYOV. It's the VYOV. It's the VYOV television show. You can call us on the line.
Hello, my name is Angela Cleo Smith, and welcome to VYOV, Voice Your Own Vision. The Voice Your Own Vision broadcast comes from the collective energies of amazing partners who showcase artists, professionals, and personalities from around the San Francisco Bay Area. The show features diverse communities and cultural offerings that underscore the dynamic environment in which we live. The show also includes special guest hosts that provide advice, resources, and connections with groups and individuals to build solid connections. VYOV support established and emerging professionals in building their dreams, translating hopes into action, and meeting all challenges with grace and style. At this time, I'd like you to meet our co-hosts. Let's start with Elise Hollywood Evans.
Well, hello, everybody. It's great to be here.
Nikita Sampson.
Hello, hello.
Zandra Conway,
Thank you.
our new
Happy to be
co-host.
here.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Nicole E.
Hello, everyone.
The co-hosts are going to tell us a little bit about themselves. Our last show, they were able to tell us who they are and what they do. And this time, we're going to find out what they've been doing, what they're doing now, and some of the things they're doing in the future. And because we have a new co-host, we're going to begin with Zandra Conway. Zandra, why don't you give us a brief background about who you are and tell us some of the things that you're doing right now?
Well, first of all, I always like to tell people that I am a military dependent. So now at this time of my life, my daughter's grown and I'm also a grandmother, which was very surprising. But now I'm very happy. So at this point, I decided I want to do something different for me as I started to go on. And one's about the arts. I really like the arts. So I want to bring in more people in who do that and what their problems are, what the good things are, and the work that they do, however they do it, that's going to be fine. And women's sports. I'd like to see more women into the sports system. And they'll do well, and everything will be fine there. The last part is politics. I'm in politics since 18. I like to go, I like to vote, I like to do all this. So all those three concepts are what I'm all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just recently we did the Juneteenth celebration in Berkeley, and Zandra and I were able to work together there. I did the MC for Juneteenth, so I'm proud to say that. And with that said, I'm going to roll on into Elise, because I know Elise has been doing so many great, wonderful things in our community and some of the things around the Bay Area. So let's talk about you right now.
Okay, well, let's start with the Juneteenth Festival.
Okay.
You were the MC.
Okay.
I danced with Samba Funk, and I sang with my best friend, Althea Battle, and the band is called Platinum Status. Wasn't that an awesome day?
Oh, was it? And you know what? That day, it just so happened we're in summer, and it was sprinkling.
Yes.
It was sunshine a little bit. It got a little cloudy, and people came out.
They came out and supported us, and they supported Berkeley. They supported the event, and it was just a beautiful day. So, with that said, I have to say to the Bay Area, I feel like I've had a happy pill because my life has been really, really happy, and I'm really excited. So, since our last show, the movie that I was in, 3 Men and a Laptop, has now been entered in the film festivals around the Bay Area, in New York, LA, everywhere. I won Best Actress for my first performance.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Thank you for supporting us. And 3 Men and a Laptop was written by award-winning filmmaker Sandra Smith. And like I said, I'm now singing backup with my best friend Althea Battle. She is the powerhouse of soul, for real. So I feel like I'm just getting anointed and blessed with the golden voice. And now I'm really learning how to sing as I'm singing backup. And I've danced in the Carnival Parade with Samba Funk. Oh my God, life is just so fun. Once you put your mind to what you want to do, for real, and just start to do it, and you will see your dreams manifest. So I say to everyone watching, our viewing audience, listen, whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do it. Just say, I want, whatever you want to do. If you want to become a doctor, lawyer, dancer, doesn't matter what age, just do it and be happy
Absolutely. I mean, it's really exciting because I remember when I first met you and all the wonderful things you were talking about, and just to see some of those things manifest right in front of my eyes,
Right.
and to see your happy pill,
Yeah,
because things are going well for you.
And then I hooked up with you, and then I'm on VYOV with our lovely guest here. Oh my God, like I'm just having so much fun, and thank you, because I watch, listen, and learn from you.
Oh,
I really
thank
do.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
and our co-host too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're doing wonderful things. I'm
Thank you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
It's nice to say. And now let's talk to Nikita. What are you doing, Nikita?
Amen. I am still in the Bay. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying things, and basically we just got over a 20-year reunion for a movie that I actually was in. It was called Mad City, and it was with Dustin Hoffman and John Travolta, and we came together to kind of go back over some things that have happened years ago and how we've progressed. So that was a good thing. And then recently we became the regional for the pop in the talent quest for karaoke, something that's very new for me, something I'd never tried. Thought I would, give it a shot, see if I could throw a little swag to it, whatnot. So that's doing good. The business in telecommunications is going wonderful. Still recording when I get an opportunity, and just really reaching out to the youth to let them know also that things are progressing in my life, and hopefully I can share some of the things that I've been through and how I overcame to get to that level. So I'm very proud of that.
Wow.
Good for you.
Wow.
Sound like some exciting things.
Oh, I know, huh?
You know, when you opened up and you started talking about, I'm still in the Bay, what does that mean?
It means that sometimes when you make decisions, you think the partial decision of what's going to happen, and you think about, okay, I could be here doing this. But because of the great things and because of the opportunities and because of the reasons why I'm sticking close to the business, it's giving me more leisure time to stay and do a lot more than I
Because you're new from Nebraska,
Texas
Texas,
after
by way of
Nebraska,
Texas,
but yeah,
Nebraska.
7 months, so to speak. But
So you've been here 7 months.
Been here 7
back
months.
here because
Back
you've lived here before.
10 years ago. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
so
you know, and it does. Sometimes it doesn't take long for things to just happen. I know that was the same with Zandra. She had left and moved to Atlanta, right?
Right, 16 years and came back.
And came back. And things are just opening up for you,
yes.
huh?
It's different. I moved to Oakland, very exciting to try something different places. So it's working
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, because I just say keep it moving. That's my philosophy. You never stop. You keep things moving, and you'd be surprised where you may end up. So Nicole, what are you doing now? I know Nicole has some exciting things going on, and so I can see you bubbling over. Come on.
I made 6 movies last week, and I saw I can't even compare to these two. They're too exciting. Okay, me, I have just a real calm life. I do beauty consultant, still doing that. I've been doing that for 20 years, and still enjoying it. But the last time I was here, the last show, it was just really the beginning of me saying, I'm a true entrepreneur. That was a big step for me. And we're talking, I've worked for corporations for all of my life. Starting at the age of 16, you're doing something with corporate America. Well, I just said, let me try it on my own. When we first started, back in March, I believe it was, I'd only been out for 4 months. And I was just like, uh-oh, can I do it? Well, now it's 7 months, going on 8, and I'm still free, doing the entrepreneur work, living the entrepreneur life. And that is with, I have 2 companies. I do my beauty consultant work, but I also do finances for people, small businesses, helping them out because they can't afford to hire full-time. So they just hire all the, the part-timers and outside businesses. And so I've gone around helping those small businesses. And so I've realized I can't do it on my own. So I'm not into the movies yet, and I will be there. Watch
we're
me.
going to make a movie.
We're gonna make a movie
make a
together.
movie.
Okay, I think that would be a great movie.
But I think that's what it's all about. I mean, I'm not an actress and never claimed to be, but if you guys ever want me to be in your movie, and Nicole, we're ready.
That's right.
We have a great movie.
Yeah, we'll have a great movie.
Yes.
And some of the things that I've been doing lately, I'm really excited. I'm finishing my doctoral program, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
I'm in my research process right now, and when you get there, that means you're working in the real world. You're hands-on, you're meeting new and exciting people, and I'm in the Dublin, Livermore, Pleasanton area, and I'm used to being in Berkeley, Richmond, and Oakland. So to step outside of my comfort zone and into another area has been really, really exciting. So I'm doing restorative justice in schools and looking into bullying, and I'm starting a training program this weekend about restorative justice, so I'll be an expert on that soon. And also I took a position. Finally, you know, I've been kind of scattered here and there and doing a lot of things, but I settled down. It's part-time because that's all I have time for because I'm really busy. But I'm the Director of Business Services and Public Administration for the East Bay Community Services.
Right
so
on.
I'm really excited
Wow.
about that.
Yes.
Okay, and with that said, we should move forward because we have an exciting show set up for you today. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about elder care, and we're going to talk about education. Because we all talked about how important it is to make sure that we are personally healthy and that those who are out there are healthy. Because before we talk about elder care, because one day we will be that elder who may need that care. So we're going to discuss that a little bit later. So I wanted to discuss health because I know I had an experience where I thought that it was something a little bit more serious than it was. But at the same time, it was so important for me to go get my checkup. I got a mammogram here lately. I got blood test. I got a stress test. I checked out my heart. And so far, I'm doing so well because I have so much I have to do and so much I want to give back. So health is going to be our topic to begin with. So let's go with Nikita. Now, Nikita, I know you've been doing a lot of things here lately, and you look like the picture perfect of health. So tell us what you've been doing and maybe some advice on how others can stay as healthy as you.
Well, of course, everyone knows the majority of the things that I try to do is walk. I try to run some. I really ride my bike. Riding my bike has been the #1 thing that I focused on, and that I'm taking on understanding the art of yoga, which is going to be something new for me. I'm thinking I want to do this in a temperature of 104 because I heard that is an interesting temperature that helps you to relax, helps you with stress.
Sweat.
And a lot of those good things. So I'm really focused right now on wanting to really, really learn a little more about that, and then go into that because I don't think I would look too tight doing gymnastics, about this time. That wouldn't fit me right. So I got to go with the thing that I think would be more addictive.
Yeah, okay.
So things been going about eating.
As far as eating, I've been doing somewhat better. I know that me being a diabetic myself, I had to do a lot of studies on the proper foods to eat, things of that nature. So I've been focusing on bringing more green stuff into your life, greens and green beans and things of that nature. So my focus has definitely been on trying to cooperate with understanding what I should eat, when I should eat it, how I should snack, and then increasing the exercise on top.
Okay.
And speak about greens, a friend of mine, her sister was recently in the hospital. She was suffering a colon infection because she did not eat enough greens in her diet, and she did not have enough water. So she was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Wow.
They're trying to clear out the infection. The infection came back. She was back into the hospital, and it was all and she is not an obese woman, really, but her colon had issues for not eating enough green veggies. So eat your green veggies.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me just say, I just ordered my, that's why I say buy local, because local farmers are able to drop off boxes of fruits and vegetables, and I got my first box today, and I blasted all over all the networks that I know, but I'm excited because I have this blender that blends all the fruits and vegetables up, so I'm gonna drink a lot of my fruits and vegetables in my meals.
Bring us some.
Bring us some.
I will share.
Share the recipe, please.
So, I know you do a lot of dancing, Elise, and you're always exercising, and you was talking about how it is to have your family a part of that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, here we go with the happy pill again. Okay, so I feel very honored and blessed to perform with my children. So we dance in a troupe called Samba Funk, and it's led by a former King of Carnival, Theo Williams. We call him King T or King Theo. And it's really like a church for your body, really. But it's an honor to dance with my daughter who's 10, and my son plays the drums, and my daughter, she's back from studying in London, my other daughter. So this time she was able to participate with us. And so it's just seeing my children dance in Carnival with me, you know, and then going to dance class together, because I always say a family that plays together, like stays together. And then my oldest son, he's visiting back from Morehouse College, and so he is now running every day, because, you know, when you're in the dorm, oh boy, you know, you put on that, well, he's not a freshman, like a junior now, but that 25, 30 pounds, I'm like, dude, we are not in Atlanta anymore, so let's get with it. So he's on the program too. So it's just a beautiful thing that everyone in my house is on point with that. And then I stopped buying snacks. Right. So we no longer have that in the house, and so it's really 70% diet and 30% exercise. So we really try to have healthy meals. And my daughter, who's home from college, loves to cook recipes. So she cooks healthy recipes when she gets home from work. So
That's good.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, in addition to all of that, make sure you have enough water.
Yes.
Too. I think water is, you know, are we made up of mainly half water
Yeah.
or a little bit more?
It cleanses your system.
Yeah, and so, you know, a lot of people try to replace water with sodas, and so don't do that. Don't do that. So, Nicole, what have you been doing lately?
In regards to health,
Yeah, in regards to health. And I know you have a young son, so you have to, you're the mother who shops. You have, you know, you have to make sure you're the head of the household. So what is it that you do as a family?
actually, I've made a big change when it comes to vegetables and fruits and vegetables. I'm going to say that's my big health change right now, and that is I've been going to the local farmers to go get my vegetables and fruits. Makes a big difference. It's a different quality fruit, it's a different quality vegetable, and down at farmers market, support them, support the farms way up, you know, down 80. To Sacramento, you know, those fruits and vegetables taste totally different. So I'm motivated to eat it because it tastes so much better. I will say that. I'm in the process of wiping the cobwebs off of my machine to run and walk. That's the number 2 thing. And then also, you know, my son is in the process of, he finally got into a pool. He stood there, you know, freaked out for a long time. The second time, he went without a life jacket. The third time, oh, he was playing in it. So now we can start doing our swimming. That's my next one with him. So swimming is the best. You know, you work every part of the body. And so with health, it's all about my eating is about to change. And working with my son, you know, with his swimming and learning the swimming process, or learning how to swim.
Well, you know, we made a promise this week also, what we're going to do.
Yes, twice.
Yeah, we live 5 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
I have a full gym where I live.
Wow.
And we were talking about walking. She likes to have her coffee in the morning, and you can either pick me up or whatever. So when you buddy with someone, it's always a good way of working out too. And so if you say, no, we're not working out, and I could say, oh, yes, we are, that's where the buddy comes in.
But you always have to do it, and something else to motivate you.
Right.
So where we are, it's either here or here. Both, there are coffee places at both locations. So if we start here, I get to walk all the way, get my coffee, and walk all the way back. So there's coffee somewhere, so I'm good. So I'm good.
Yeah, but you know, talking about health, it really is a mindset too, because as a photographer, you know, when I'm taking photographs and people are like, oh, let me see how I look. Oh, I don't like my arms. Oh, I don't like my legs. Oh, I don't like this or that. And then they make me dump all the photographs. And it's like, listen, I told someone recently, she didn't like the photographs. Not that she didn't like the way her face looked or anything like that. Her arms like were as big as my thighs. I'm not being funny. So I said to her, listen, if you don't like how you look, you can do something about it. Yes. You really can. I said, but if you change your mindset on how your relationship with food, then, you know, then I said, and I'm willing to work out with you. But see, the thing is, a lot of people don't want to make that change.
Right.
And for whatever reason, doesn't matter, something happened to you when you were a child and you're eating because you're dealing with an issue or whatever, or you're eating the wrong foods or you haven't been taught, whatever the reason is, it totally is a mindset.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to keep moving because we have a lot to cover today. Let's move on to eldercare. And I know, I'm not sure, Zandra, if you have any experience on eldercare, but I know Nicole and Elise is going through it right now. Do you have any feedback for that? 'Cause
Elderly care, it's kind of, for me, is a little bit different. Both my parents had made their transition. And so we didn't really get a chance to make them get better or be with them. And what we have to learn as people, especially people of color, to really eat the best food we can. And in my parents, we really were trying to get them to stop eating a lot of the pork, and they drink some their liquid. But it's something that we worked with, and they both passed away, and mainly because of what they're eating and what they're drinking. They didn't mean to do it, on purpose, but we have to learn now to change. And as for myself, I found out my high blood pressure. And that's, I didn't want to go through that myself. That's what I did. I stopped eating a lot of meat, started drinking, started exercising. So we didn't get a chance to talk to them about it. I think my father would have done well, but his heart was broken. And a year later, he just laid down and went to sleep. So we still keep ourselves healthy as possible so that we can keep going. So eat well, spiritual, all things that make us happy and strong, and here we go.
Yeah, and that leads us into elder care. We just discussed how important it is to be healthy, to eat right, exercise. And at the same time, we need to start talking about, at least have the conversations with our parents, our grandparents, and even our family members. We need to know some of the things that, like as if you have assets, if where your finances are, if you have insurance, because we don't want to scatter around by the time something, let's say the worst case scenario happens, and we're not prepared. And that's what I mean when we say elder care. And right now, some of us on this panel is going through, and I'm going to start with you, Elise, taking care of their parents. And it's like your whole life changes. And I want to know if you're prepared, what's some of the advice that you can give, and what are you going through with your mom?
Okay, well, we weren't really prepared. My mother suffered a stroke. Okay. And then all of a sudden I'm hit with a sick person who is now an elder and who had other health care problems too. So my life completely changed. At first I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to take care of my mother? How I'm going to work full time, take care of 4 children, have 3 of them in college, and work on a singing career, dance career, movie career, television career? Like, who does that? And I was like, oh God, why me? Like, for real? But then I had to roll up my sleeves and like, what needs to happen? So I had to work with the doctors. I'm like, when she can't go straight home, I can't pick her up. She's weak on the right side. So I had to advocate for my mother, because they will not give you, whoever they are, they won't just give you aftercare when you get out of the hospital. So you have to contact a social worker. That's what I did. And I was like, she needs physical therapy, because I can't do this. So I sent her to a nursing care facility for 3 weeks, because that was covered under her insurance. And then I made sure that I visited her every single day, and I was involved every step of the way. And at times they were giving her too much medication, so I had to monitor that. And believe me, in a nursing care facility, they will treat you according to how your family comes and visits you. So it's real important that we come. And so after she got out of the nursing care facility, I told Kaiser, I still can't do this alone. I need at least 2 weeks of physical therapy in the house. Because her health insurance covered it, because she worked for the San Francisco Unified School District, she was able to get that. And then I had a nurse come and bathe her, because when it was my turn to bathe her, I almost freaked out. It was like, oh my God, I have to wash my mother. I said, oh my God, I'm going to need therapy. Because this is my mom, and I love her, and she's ill, and I have to take care of her. Then managing like 15 different medications, I had to have a nurse come over and sit down and talk to me about my mother's medications. But thank God my mother is aware enough to understand her own medication, because I probably would have over-medicated her by now.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
No, that's, and it's good that you share your story. And another thing is important to get is power of attorney.
Yes, I have that.
Do you have power of
Yes,
attorney?
I do.
Because these are the things that, and I talked, one of our former co-hosts, Carolyn A. Brent, she's
Yes.
the caregiver
I read her
expert.
book. Yes, yes.
And I spoke with her, and she gave me links, and I was able to understand a little bit more about it. But there's a lot that you have to do. Nikita, have you had any experiences that you had to go through with families?
No, not really. I mean,
Are you prepared?
I'm getting
Because you don't have to be an
Yeah,
elder.
right,
to-
right.
You know that, right?
Right.
And you
I
have
am getting
children,
prepared.
right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
at this point, I've been blessed to not necessarily have to go through anything like that. But I am preparing because I'm here actually to build a legacy. It's one of the reasons why I'm here, to look out for my own father. But my mom, of course, is the one that I pay the most focus on, because I definitely want to be her caregiver if needed. Even though she's married, I'm still willing to put myself out there. So I'm kind of like building the proper, and it's a good thing you said about power of attorney, because that's just something that I'm researching right now.
Okay.
To really find out, the things that I need to do, even from afar, if I had to make a quick, go back home. So I'm in the process, and I'm definitely taking advantage of all the information that's being fed to me, both from Carolyn's book as well as seeing a number of other things that have happened to some friends of mine. So it's all giving me the experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, I know you've been going through some experiences with your grandmother. Tell us briefly about that.
Actually, with my grandmother, thank goodness it wasn't really bad. It all had to do with medication. Now, you were talking about, if you were giving her the medication, you don't know what would have happened.
Right.
Well, a lot of times people are allergic to medications. A lot of times people just can't take as much. You don't know what the reactions can be. And I was blessed that in the process we found out in the end that it was about medication. It can make the elderlies go through their problem, and then eventually, they can't take care of themselves because of just medications. But starting at the very beginning, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't have anyone that could be there for her 24/7, but we didn't know she needed someone 24/7. So with that, we learned a lot in the process, but if I would have been prepared for my grandmother getting older, then I think I wouldn't have freaked out as much. It wouldn't have been a shock. So with that, I've learned a lot on the whole process, and I will make sure that I'm prepared for my son to go through it. I'm prepared for my husband to go through, or I'm preparing for my husband to go through it. Well, I know I'm going to live to 107, so I'm not worried. But with that, there's a lot that people need to learn.
Right.
And so I recommend to all parents, children, starting at the age of 20,
I was going to say at any age,
at
right?
any age, start investigating, because if you don't, because there's no guarantee that, we're here tomorrow, but at the same token, be prepared for it regardless.
Yeah.
But healthcare is a societal issue. You know what I mean? Because really depends on the job that you've had and what type of health insurance they've offered you. And I understand, like now in San Francisco, that they have some free healthcare services for the residents. And if we could have just some free healthcare services here, all over, then we can. People can benefit, from the medications, from the services that are offered through social services or whatever. We need better social services, better health care, better insurance.
You know what? We've almost run out of time, and we were going to talk about education. You see how fast that went?
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're winding down.
Yeah,
We're actually ending our show right now. And in the future, we want to talk about education, because that was something that we wanted to cover today. But we got so excited about some of the other things that we wanted to discuss. And part of the reason why we do this is to make sure we're sharing it with you. So any final thoughts? We only have a few seconds. Just
One
thing?
thought, one thought, and that is if we just know the information is out there, start reading, internet, organizations, just start looking into that. And that is elderly care and all the opportunities we have out there.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked at what's out
Oh,
there.
yeah, and if you want to live a long time, be sure to exercise and eat right, drink that water. I think that's really, really important. So I'm not sure how much time we have left, but if we have time to just quickly say contact information if someone wants to get in touch with you. Well, I think we're rounded up. Well, you can always catch any of us on Facebook, I'm sure. You know,
Yes.
Nikita, thank you so much. Elise, Zandra, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And again, Nicole, as always,
Yes.
it's a pleasure. My name is Angela Cleo Smith. And I want to thank you for joining in with us today, and stay tuned again. Very soon, we'll be back. So.
Show. You can call us on the line.